why don't you just talk about what you see as the difference being operating in them? Is short-term rental all about the money? You're just cash in bank and it's just, you're crazy not to do it. Is that every property makes great short-term rental and people should never do long-term rentals? Because that's what people were telling me.
Yeah, short term is incredibly risky, much riskier. First of all, and I'll go into that in detail. But before I do, I want to start with the top line. A lot of times when folks say, I make more in cash flow from a short term rental, they are only looking at the top line.
Right.
And so essentially, what they're doing is saying, here's how much rent I can get per month from my long term rental. And then here is how much rent I can get from short term per night. Now, of course, there's turnover, there's vacancy on certain days, especially during the week. It might not be as popular if it's a weekend type destination, but they look at that and say, wow, okay, even with a vacancy rate, whatever they call it, 10%, 20%, 30%, even potentially 50% throughout the month, especially if it's a higher end, I can still make more money off of a short term. This is completely inaccurate because they're forgetting about all the additional costs associated with a short term. First ones I'll go through is all the additional stuff associated with utilities, wear and tear. They're never accounting for, hey, I need to get new towels. They've ruined this. They've ripped this. This glass broke. There's all of that associated with it. On the internet side, you're paying for internet. You're paying for all the utilities that I mentioned. And then the wear and tear is just so much higher because it's not someone's home, long-term home that they respect. The other cost that is never brought into it whenever you talk about short-term operators, and they want to be right, so they don't tell you the truth, is just the coordination that goes into it. Someone goes into your rental property, the internet's not working. What do I do? They're not going to call the internet provider like Comcast and try to figure out how to fix it. They're going to call you. The refrigerator isn't working. Okay, great. Press the button and just cool it a little bit more. All of those types of requests go to you, and it's hospitality. And so now you're suddenly in the hospitality industry where you must be available 24/7. They expect you to always be available 24/7. And you also have then the drama associated with neighbors, not wanting short term. There's just a lot more that goes into it